Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the premium video. Let's dive in here. I want to look at NVIDIA because this is just one I've been watching this week. We're obviously going to dive in and look at the markets as well. So we've got on the daily chart over here, I've added the waves. If you guys are familiar with those, the A wave measures the short-term trend, the B wave, the intermediate-term trend, and the C wave, the longer-term trend. And essentially, if it's above zero, it is bullish, and if it's below zero, it's bearish. So it just shows that the short, intermediate, long-term trends are all rocking. And we did close at new all-time highs today, and then we did make new all-time highs today, but it's all on pretty low volume. That being said, I still like it, and I am participating in this via the 78-minute squeeze. And today you can see that we had a nice little pop this morning and we just kind of petered out at the skyline, but we're continuing to hug that 8 EMA on the 78-minute chart. So it bodes well. I mean, I'm looking for 174.51. I also like today that even though the NASDAQ was a little sloppy, NVIDIA didn't really care. So I would call this stock drifting higher. And what I love about this is that there's really no bag holders here. You know, maybe a few people that bought here, but everybody in this is in it, and there's no, unlike Tesla, where I think Tesla's going to have a really hard time. It could certainly make new all-time highs, but every inch it rallies is going to be hard fought because of all the people that bought the dip, and they're holding it, and you know how that works. If somebody bought it at $340, the second it gets to $340, they're going to get out because they're watching that. They just want to get their money back. So I like that blue sky kind of territory. And then the other one I like here is Baidu. And if we look at Baidu, we had a nice close today. And if we step back on this and we look at a weekly chart, we've got a weekly squeeze, all right? You can see it's breaking out. It's actually breaking out of a long, and that's kind of a crowded chart there. We've got this long triangle, all right? And we've got earnings next week. So I really like how it's rocking here. And so what we did with this is picked up some call options that expire next week, okay? And I went deeper in the money just to get, less of that extrinsic value. But of course, there's earnings, and so that implied volatility will help there. But I'm not planning to hold this through earnings, but I am planning to sell a put credit spread through earnings, but I'm just kind of looking for a pop. I'd be perfectly happy to sell these at like 12 bucks. So I'm just kind of looking at that as this kind of a little bit of momentum heading into earnings and flipping them out. And another one here that I like that's been a little quiet. I got in on this with the squeeze. I mean, we've just been doing nothing. But I do like the idea, and you can see that the volume here picked up a little bit today, but I like the idea that this stock can at least make some new highs. I love the weekly chart here. It's just been kind of slow going. And this is a good exercise in patience, being clear why we're in a trade, what our goals are, but more importantly, how long are you holding it for? And because these options are 28 days out, they're also in alignment with the earnings. So we're going to get that little kicker of implied volatility, but I would anticipate that we can get a little bit of a pop in earnings, and I'll probably pick up some more of these next week, okay? And then last but not least, in terms of the overall markets, let's take a look at the spiders here. I mean, look, the markets have had a great run. They've been coming straight up, and the biggest question I'm getting is, oh my gosh, are we getting ready for the crash now? And of course, at some point the markets will pull back, and as they have been, and at some point we're going to get a bigger correction. But we don't want to anticipate that. We just want to have specific signals that tell us, oh, okay, now it's time to focus on the short side. I'm not seeing that, so we can certainly be cautious. And a lot of caution is warranted around position sizing, and a lot of caution is warranted around setting up hedges, which we'll probably look at doing next week, okay? But other than that, I'm looking forward to, we're through monthly expiration, and I'm looking forward to the action that's coming up next week, all right? You guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.